Now, okay. What's your name? Your money. Read this louder.
Transactions are a business economic events recorded by accountants.
Okay, transactions are business economic events recorded by accountants. That means I'm selling this to you. I sold this to you. Is it transaction? Yes, it is a transaction. It is a transaction because I sold this one to you. I received cash from you. That is transaction. But I just talked to you. I promise you I am going to hire you next year. Is that transaction? No, it is not transaction. It is just I promised her that I am going to hire her. That is just a promise, not a transaction. Transaction all the time involve what? What involve? Money. After sold or promise to pay. Promise to receive the money. Okay. All right. These transactions may be external or internal. Okay, external transaction is because I sold this one to the in the market. That's external. Okay, but I pay salary to her. That's an internal transaction, right? Okay. Not all activities represent the transaction. I told you that one. And each transaction has a dual effect on the accounting in the equation. Every transaction, when you record every transaction, there must be a debit and credit. Debit is left-hand side, and the credit is right-hand side. So all the time, the amount, when you sold this one to you, I'm going to make an entry like I receive a cash debit, and on the credit side, I write down the revenue, because this is out of the revenue, right? Okay, now for illustration. So why don't you read this and answer? Purchase computer. Should I record or shouldn't I record?
Record. She should record.
Yeah, she should record because I purchased. How about this one? Discuss product design with the customers. This is not transaction. Why? Because we just discussed. But we didn't pay cash or anything, right? So this is not record. And the payment obviously is a record. Okay? All right. Now, okay. So now you know this. Can you turn off this light? Better, right? Okay. So, asset equal liability and equity, right? Right? Over here. Asset equal liability and equity. Over here. Asset equal liability and equity, right? Increased equity is share capital and retained earnings, right? Retained earning is out of revenue minus expenses and minus dividends, right? So what you are going to make is this. Income statement is all the items of revenue minus expense. This is the income statement item. Everybody, are you with me now? And revenue minus expenses minus dividends. This is retained earnings. retained earning statement items. All the asset, liability, and equity, these are the, the elements for financial position, which is the balance sheet. Balance sheet. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. So this one, this is very important. You have to write down this one. Asset equal liability plus equity. Under the equity and share capital plus retained earning. Under the retained earning is revenue minus expenses minus dividends. Okay? This is the equation. Okay? So, all right. Now, this one is okay. Gentlemen, can you read this transaction one?
Investment by shareholder.
Okay. Now.
Investment by shareholder. Ray and
Barbara
decide to open the computer programming service. This name subscribe on September 1, 2014. They invest
1,000 euro.
cash in exchange for 15,000
Euro of ordinary share. Can you explain this to me?
Like Ray and
Barbara.
decided to open the business as a computer programming,
Okay.
and then the name the service is like solved by, and then they're gonna start the business on September 1st,
Okay.
2014, and then both of them invest in the cash
Okay.
around 15,000 euro.
Okay.
In exchange for 15,000.
Exchange for 15,000 euro of ordinary share. So, which one is what's the company name here? Sold by. Who are the stockholders? Two, yeah.
Ray and Barbara
Ray and Barbara. Okay. Then they the company received the money from the investors. How much?
15,000 euro
15,000 euros. And what the company issued to them?
on September.
Share capital.
Share capital. Share capital. I told you share capital. What is the share capital here? Okay, share capital. The company, all right, received the 15,000 euro, increase cash, and increase this one. Okay. What's your name again? Kamsamo. Why don't you speak in Lao language to them? Lao language. What you told me?
เอาเลย
Korea.
Stand up please
ในการลงทุน
Stand up.
ในการลงทุนอันนี้เป็นการลงทุนแบบกลุ่มส่วนเนาะก็คือมีเรย์แอนด์บาร์บาร่าพวกเขาทั้งสองคนตัดสินใจที่ว่าจะโอเพ่นตัดสินใจที่ว่าจะเปิดจะดำเนินกิจการเกี่ยวกับพวกคอมพิวเตอร์โปรแกรมมิ่งโดยที่พวกเขาจะใส่สื่อธุรกิจของพระเจ้าซอฟต์บายแต่พระเจ้าจะเริ่มดำเนินธุรกิจในเดือนเก่าวันที่1 ปี 2014แต่พวกเขาได้ลงทุนไปเป็นออกเป็นเงินสดเป็นจำนวน15,000 ยูโรก็นี่มันเป็นแบบเมื่อที่เราถ้าจับเปิดออกคุณจัดการภาษาธุรกิจของคุณสุวรรณได้ก็เป็นจบ
How come so long? You tell me in English. What is from you? So you told me in English. You tell me in English.
เราก็ถามลูกตาเราได้ลูกตาเบรกขึ้นเลยเนาะ
Louder.
ปิดจบ
Ray and Barbara. Ray and Barbara. Okay. So hold it. Yeah.
ใครได้ทำไม่นางเขียนนู่นเนาะ
Ray Barbara decided to open their company.
Yeah.
Company namely Softline
Uh-huh.
on September 1.
Uh-huh.
And they invest 50,000.
Uh-huh. Okay. So that is a transaction, right? Yeah. Then what's supposed to be a debit and what's supposed to be a credit here? What's supposed to be a debit and what's supposed to be a credit here?
เครดิต in
Debit. What increase in the software? This is a software company.
yeah share capital
What increase?
share capital
Share capital.
and cash
what else?
cash
Cash. Excellent. Cash. They receive cash from the shareholder, Barbara and Neil. Okay? Barbara and Ray. The company received the cash. I have a cash increase, which is an asset increase. And also, I have to pay stock to them. So, on credit side, the equity is a share capital increase. So, there must be an equal in equation. Okay. Okay, over here. Look at this. Look at this. Cash increase and I'm sorry. Cash increase and what is this?
share capital
Share capital increase. Can you close this? Can you
ได้
turn off
ดับไฟตัวอีก
this one? So far, everybody understood?
yes
No, not this one. This one. No, not that one. That one. Okay. Okay.
Bubble
All right. So you understand this one?
yes I do
Okay. So the next one, transaction 2. Okay. Now, what's your name?
ท่านว่า
Chanwan.
Yeah.
Okay. Read and big entry.
Subway purchase computer equipment for 7,000 euro in cash
In cash. Okay. You tell me.
Input
The
minus
company purchase
computer
computer and they pay the cash.
and pay the cash
That's right. So one asset cash decrease and there is another asset equipment increase. Okay? The ladies, you understand? Ladies who talk to each other. You better pay attention to here, to me. Okay? Yeah. So what's transaction here now? Cash increase cash, decrease cash and the increase
Yes,
equipment.
equity.
So equipment and the cash are both under the asset. Okay? So there is the equality in equation. Right? Okay. Now, number 3, transaction. The lady, read this. Yeah.
Purchase for 1,600 euros from a supply company from Italy. Software purchase for 1,600 euros from a supply company, computer, paper, and other supplies, expected to last several months. The
Okay.
purchase
Yeah. Purchase is on account. Okay, what is a purchase is on account means?
Mean account is
No, be quiet. The lady, I'm asking to a lady.
Purchase it on account means it is increase the cash we pay for something. It increase, then the asset sorry.
The company purchases supplies.
Means the cash decrease, then the asset increase.
Wrong. Company purchase supplies. Did the company pay cash or not? The lady.
เป็นยูก็จะเป็นยูเขาเอง
Did company pay cash? No, company didn't pay cash. Company just promised to pay cash later. That is on account, this one. The purchase is on account means that I will pay you later.
ดังนั้นมีต้องส่งเพิ่มเป็น
Give it to me.
ทรัพย์สินเขาเพิ่มแต่ว่ามีเขาบอกไว้ใจเป็นเงินสดอย่างเดียวคือเรา
Pay attention, okay? The company will pay you later, okay? I purchase supply from you and I'll pay you later, 1 month later, okay? Then in this case, what increase and what are increased? Supply increase and what increased?
account payable
Accounts payable increased. Then there is equation over here, asset equal liability. So the cash over here, the supplies over here, supplies 1,600 under the asset and the liability 1,600, right? Okay. Now transaction 4. Okay, the gentleman here. Can you read this?
Yes. Service provide for cash. Supply receive 1,200 euro cash from customer for programming services it had provided.
Okay. SoftBite. Did SoftBite perform the service for their customer or not? Yes, they did. And that means they earned what?
deposit
Revenue. They earned revenue, right? Okay. SoftBite received, then they received what?
cash
Cash. So asset increased by $1,200 and credit increased by $1,200. So asset cash increased and on the credit side, that's what increased? Revenue increase, right? Over here, look at this. $1,200 here, 1,200, and this one increase under the revenue, retained earning revenue here, 1,200, right? So there is equality in equation, right? Okay. Now the next one. SoftBite receives a bill for $250 from the Daily News for advertising, but postpone payment until later date. What is this? They advertise on Daily News. I'm the SoftBite, I'm the programming service, and whoever needs a programming service, come to me. So, then they put the advertising on the newspaper, right? What increased? Expense increased, right? And what the other one? Did company pay cash or not?
no
No. Liability increased, right? Okay. All the time, expenses increase in expense in retained earning means a minus, and the accounts payable increase plus, so